Good morning, everyone. My name is Graciela Ornelas, and the title of my presentation is A Culturally Responsive Resource to Empower Caregivers of Children with Autism. Next slide, please. The need I recognized in the community was the lack of support and minimal direction given to caregivers at the time of receiving an autism diagnosis of their child. The time when the caregivers receive an autism diagnosis is a very important opportunity for providers to better help caregivers be emotionally ready so they can in turn follow up on recommendations for needed therapies such as speech therapy, occupational therapy, etc. The resource that I created was to facilitate the process for caregivers to be emotionally ready and to be empowered to take action to seek out services for their children, not only at the time of diagnosis, but beyond that. Next slide, please. Thank you. I conducted this project by reading materials and research articles, by searching for already existing resources in San Diego, by speaking with my wonderful mentor, Dr. Rachel Hain-Schlegel, by using my own lived experience, by creating a resource with the steps to be followed by caregivers, and by highlighting caregivers practicing self-care. Next slide, please.
Would you like me to go ahead and open it?
Yes, please. Perhaps that would allow us to read the material in the 3 columns. Thank you, Maya.
No problem. Is that big enough, or do you like me to zoom in a little bit?
Zoom in a little bit, just because I
Better?
think that's a little bit better. Yes.
Oh, that might be too close. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I created my resource by adding 3 columns. In the first column, I included the steps for caregivers to follow, steps such as how to be able to identify if he or she needed an interpreter, an autism advocate, transportation, and so forth. I also recommended that the caregiver registers the child immediately at the regional center to be able to receive more benefits, such as respite care for the caregiver to be able to take a break, etc. In the second column, I added resources from San Diego related to autism and websites where they can become more familiar with other resources in the community. In the third column, I added strategies for self-care to be healthier and to be able to thrive with their families and with the community in general, in their lifestyle and the physical realm, social, mental, spiritual, and emotional. With this, I end my presentation, and I thank you all, especially all my co-lent trainees, and I welcome any questions. Thank you very much. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Kristen Wigby and Dr. Luelmo for their feedback and suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you, Graciela. Thank you so much for sharing your resource. And do we have some time for comments and questions for Graciela?